All right, welcome back to the show. In case you're just joining us, this is the U45 morning show. You have missed the first part of the program. That's the newspaper headlines. But not to worry, we have another interesting segment of the program. And here we have a guest that is experienced in his field to, throw more light on this important topic, unemployment. We know about unemployment in this country. We have been talking about unemployment for a very, very long time. And it's good to have an expert to, tell us why we have this high rate of unemployment in the country. Please welcome Mr. Inyang Inyang.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right. So we're talking about unemployment. It's been a killer disease in Nigeria.
Okay.
So we have been talking about this unemployment for many, many years. But I want to ask you, because you know so much about employment, jobs, and all of these things, why do we still have low employment rates in this country?
Well, we have low unemployment rate.
Employment rate, yes.
In the country. In the first place, before I attend to the question of unemployment, I'll first of all throw more light or bring out the traditional definition of what unemployment is.
Yes.
Unemployment in its own is a state of joblessness.
Okay.
State of joblessness. And at times, it doesn't come on its own. And at the same time, some people do choose to remain unemployed based on personal reasons.
Okay.
So if you want to check while unemployment lingers, because from the topic I'm supposed to work upon or work on, you say seeing unemployment as a killer disease,
Yes.
in Nigeria. It is true. But to treat it, we still have a lot to do before we can get out of it.
Okay.
Unemployment on its own, we have many scholars and social thinkers. Like, if I say Auguste Comte, that was a Jewish philosophy back then. When he said that society develops, human being develops. Now, in a society that happened to be a bit despotic, you have the government making some policies that are detrimental to the people. It will make unemployment to increase. You know what I'm saying? Now, for instance, if you want to look at the categories of unemployment, because you cannot just generalize it.
Okay.
Most of the people that we have that are unemployed today, they go through some instances of where we call it frictional unemployment.
Okay.
This frictional employment is you are working, for instance, you work with a production company. Your friend now tells that they are employing in an oil company that you have a very big cash out, they will pay you well. You now rush and resign without securing that job. Now find yourself in the market, job hunting again.
Yes.
Now you'll be stuck. That's a type of unemployment on its own.
True.
Now, seasonal unemployment, the one that you are just a yam harvester.
Okay.
You used to harvest only yam, and that's your profession. That's what you were born into. But it is only when it's time to harvest yam
that you believe
that's when you have job. Then, which other one should I also explain? And there's other one that is a structural.
Okay.
Like the one that, let me say, Nigeria is facing now currently. The structural unemployment. A situation whereby some certain government policies affect companies, production industries, and thereby affect productivity. So in that regard, they can't afford to pay some workers.
So they have to reduce their staff trends.
Now, because of that structure, some people will lose their job, and now they become unemployed.
True.
And this unemployment will definitely continue as far as the government has not done what it's supposed to be done. So the unemployment continues and it affects.
Wow. This is very, I've not looked at unemployment in this area, but I'm sure there are a lot of people that will also be.
Too many angles.
Yes.
If you want
I've
to
not heard about the seasonal unemployment, the structural, but it's very good. That's why we need an expert to always put us through these things. But
thank you.
There's always something that people say.
Okay.
That there is actually job in Nigeria. That, but there are some, if you don't know anybody that is who know who that gets the job, is it true? Is it true that you have to know somebody somewhere before you get a job?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Why I say not really is that in some cases, that's why you have the recruitment agencies. You understand? Due to insecurity, when people are not employed, they become jobless. An idle person is a devil workshop. They steal. They commit crimes. So when you go to get yourself registered with them, look for jobs. Now, these companies that they recommend, they already know that they have people that they can recommend you, rather than you going to that company and submit CV. Now they will feel insecure. Say, where do I get this person from? How do I get this information? So now, if they get somebody from the consultant, anytime
I need to see myself.
Misbehave, commit crime,
switch to ATM.
The police. Because they have, my secretary ran away with 200,000, 1 million. The first one, where you get the secretary from? The consultant. Where is the consultant? The consultant will be able to bring the documents, but the consultant can be able to follow up. You get my point? So it's not about who knows who. So on the aspect of
Bisola.
that one has connection. Because when
they announced that democracy passed that.
make it go round, when they look for how to just make sure that the people get employed so that they can beat before they can open door for strangers to come in. Because they themselves, they are not safe. The bad people that are coming from outside.
Oh, that's very fun. Thank you very much. So you heard it. Instead of going to get jobs by yourself, because we are in a time where people don't really trust a lot of people. You can go to.
So what are you editing if you could not remove whatever error is there?
So that it makes
when I'm reading now that I'll be pointing out.
So now moving on to another question. Now, do you think that the unemployment rate in Nigeria has added to has increased crime in Nigeria?
Too much crime. When I say too much crime, it's too much crime. Now, for example, the people that you have in the prisons now, some that are being arrested for crime committed, supposing they are working, they won't be arrested, or they won't go into the crime and get arrested.
1 hour, please.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, for instance, there are some young men that has even not been able to secure a job. Unemployment has another wing, another side that they call unemployable. There are some people that are unemployable.
You cannot employ them. But what are the characteristics? What are the features of these unemployable people?
Thank you. Someone may be a tailor. You understand? Now, as you are a tailor, you don't have idea of what you're supposed to do by yourself due to wrong mentorship or wrong information. You have some places. So you now go and apply for a job as a bricklayer. You understand? You're not able to perform against all odds. Now, if you are a medical doctor, it happens. They call it there's a name because I will let you know. Okay. In a situation whereby you have employed somebody from different fields, a technological problem, where you employ a medical doctor. It happened in this country before.
Yes.
When they gave a medical doctor a commissioner for works, you understand? So there were too much blunders. You know, there's a difference between
man
mistake and
pikin.
blunder. Let me tell you, I'm just tipping that. When a mistake repeats itself, it's a blunder. But when it's just a mistake and get corrected, it's a mistake. So this person that is unemployable, at times they have ego. Your qualification is below 200,000 and they are looking for a job of 300,000. You will remain unemployed for too long. Upon that, you don't have the skill, the necessary required skill for the job that they're applying for, that want to go. You will not be employed.
Democracy heroes.
So what do? At the end of the day, they look for a way to travel by land to Libya. They go into drug, different crime. They see people on the road, they join cults.
No, I don't know.
They go into stealing.
You go tell me.
Many things. Now, okay, there are some that are into job hunting. They say at times job hunting. I made an update on my status. Was it yesterday? That at times job hunting creates some certain anxiety and fear of financial responsibility that makes people get depression. Many people do commit suicide as a result of unemployment.
We have a message from someone. Says the government must understand that unemployment is the mother of
Are you the person that,
integrity. I'm Tunde from Bariga.
Did you
Greetings to
report?
Super Screen Television for this interesting topic, and also thanks to the guests. All right, thank you very much, Tunde. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry, move on. Sorry.
So, as I was saying, unemployment is something that has been, in many cases, underrated. It's not something that's supposed to look at. That's why in some developing countries, they take care of their people that are not employed. Unemployment in Nigeria is a malady. It's a disease on its own, and it's eating it deep. Now, every year, we check in Google, and the information, the statistics is not correct. They say approximately 600,000 graduate applicants unemployed are being released every year. But it's more than that. If we check the people that just finished their youth service from that are coming from both BSc bachelor degree and higher national diploma, you put together, you know that you find up to like 2 million people. And there's no job for them. You understand? Some go into entrepreneurs. Now you can see people that are doing youth service now. They want to get retained in that company.
Yes, but yeah.
Last year it was all over social media that a girl was about to leave campus, be shouting, God, Alawi is off. You know, like, go and start job hunting, you know. So the unemployment is the mother of crime in this country.
Now, I have this important question. Now, we have many people going out of the country.
Okay.
This Jackpot syndrome and everything.
Okay.
And we know that is linked to the rate of unemployment in Nigeria.
Yes.
So what can you say concerning those that are leaving the country, you know, in seek for a greener pasture in another country because they don't have employment, they are not employed in their own country?
Yes, my advice to them is that if they want to leave the country, that you follow the right way and avoid crime. Follow good mentorship on traveling. We are going to a strange land. We can have for some crime report that we have.
All right, welcome back. Apologies for that impromptu break. We're talking about the people who are leaving the country for employment in another country. So you were saying something?
Yes. So if people are leaving the country, they should try to adopt positive and good mentorship before they attempt to leave the country, and be communicating, and at the same time be sure of the work they are going for. Because most of the information that they have from agencies abroad, you see in social media every day, are you ready to start working in Canada, in UK, this and that?
They're everywhere.
They will send you text messages, you send messages in your inbox, you have sponsored visa, this and that. All are not true, some of them, but some are true. So someone needs to be very, very careful if you are traveling out of the country, and never for any reason attempt to travel by land. For any reason, it's not advisable, except you are going to Ghana and you are sure your people in Nigeria can communicate to the people that are going to meet. It's okay. But to go and join the people, they are everywhere, taking people out of the country in the name of, I know, it's the cause of unemployment. So that's why we say government should try and introduce policies and start it from security. Start it from security. If not, we are just wasting our time. Anything minus security is error. Because without security, the farmers cannot go back to farm and get food generate. Then without security, some people are no longer going to the village. Some estate, even in Lagos State, you use code to be able to enter estate. Security, you are not safe. Even the government officials, they are not safe. Their cars must be tinted. So that you see that they are the one inside the vehicle with federal government plate numbers. So this is government policy that affects both the people they make the policy for and them. Because they cannot freely walk. Okay, tell me, who among the politicians can walk on this road by itself with this leg? No, that's security. So the main problem that they can fix to reduce unemployment is security. Over, let me say, 10 million Nigerians need to be employed into security.
Wow.
If they can get that one fixed, now employment in that side will be sorted. Now, the other aspect that people are running away from due to security will now be secured. People will now go there and work. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Then the money will be able to go around. It affects everywhere.
Okay, sorry, we have another message. It says, I think attracting foreign investments can lead to a new job opportunities and unemployment. Okay. It says that someone is saying that if we have, maybe if they invest in foreign investment or they involve themselves. I'm John from Mushin. I love today's topic. For government to tackle unemployment pandemic in Nigeria, I think attracting foreign investment can lead, can actually lead to job opportunities.
No, we're attracting foreign investors. How do the country that is suffering from insecurity attract foreign investors?
Are their investments going to be safe in the country?
My friend came back from France last week, and he was telling me, say, when he got to France, they were saying, "You came from Nigeria? How did you escape?" You know what I'm talking about? So the picture that we see here is different from what is being projected outside. In France, in some part of the world, they think that the Boko Haram, the herdsmen, the ISA, whatever, they are just killing people anyhow. You understand? They don't know there are areas that are being saved. What you see in social media, killing in Benue, killing this, that, and the insurgency attack on the military base, you know, all the banditry. So they think it's everywhere. So tell me, with all this information, how will investor come in?
It's true.
They will not come in. Let us start security. If they start security, they will be able to convince foreign investors to come in and invest. Even without bringing foreign investors, we can generate our own by ourselves. But if it's insecurity, if insecurity is not addressed, that is where our problem is in this country. It makes the unemployment to increase and spread like eczema on our body as a nation. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because you cannot, okay, for instance, they say there's one plot of land in your village that you need to plant cassava, that they do carry and be distributing. Now, they just told you that even the road that leads to your village, it's only God that can take you across the road that plant it. What do you think will take you to the village to go and plant? Nothing. Okay, people in the village, they complain, say, so strange men, 8 times in the night, like the time they say they attack security militants and kill them. Do you think you'll be bold enough, confident to go to the village? They should address insecurity.
That's great.
Now, that is where you know that unemployment is being gradually coped. You understand? From there, we'll be able to know what to do next.
Thank you so much. We have said a lot, but time will not permit us to take the rest of the questions that we have. I still have more questions, but I'm sure that when we invite you, you'll come, because you know there's still the issue of those who are not able to even put their CV. They cannot put their CV well together. But maybe I should ask that one before we just want to wrap up. You can help us answer that question in 1 or 2 minutes. That's for those who they are the architect of their own problems.
Okay.
Whereby they cannot put their CV together.
Okay.
They don't know how to maybe answer interview questions or anything. What tip can you give to them to, maybe help them to be able to put a good CV together, able to be confident? Some people don't know how to they don't have, etiquette. Even when you get to your interview, you don't know how to answer questions, how to behave, how to dress, and all those things. So when your employer sees you, they are like, no, we cannot employ this kind of. So what tip can you give us as an expert in that field?
That's why you need a consultant, not just an agent.
Okay.
When you go to agents, that they will take a long board and write a long list.
Sorry, someone is asking, I'm sorry. It says, please help me ask the guest, why is it that most companies pay employees below minimum wage? I'm Elizabeth watching from Club World. Nice show anyways. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. So before we answer the CV question, it says, why is it that most companies pay their employees rather, below minimum wage? We have limited time, but maybe in like a minute, help us answer the question.
That's a very good question. Why some employers pay employee below minimum wage is because of their own input and output.
Okay.
In the organization, if I call you to come and work for me, I'll first of all consider it like a place that they don't have light.
Okay.
If I take the money, this money I make to pay you your salary, what would I do to buy fuel for generator to run? So it's due to some certain economic reasons. So the employee supposed to on his or her own evaluate the reason before they draw into conclusion.
Okay.
Because if they want to go and pay minimum, the company will now go bankrupt. So we are aware of it.
All right, so I've heard that, Elizabeth. Okay, now to the CV questions, everything, what we need to do, how we should package ourselves before we go out there and go and get a job. What are the tips you can give us?
On the CV aspect of it, anybody that wants to go and work, if you want to go and work, you meet a consultant. You don't do it on your own, because the company that you are being sent to for interview, before the person send you there, the person must have known their mode of operations, mode of dressing, and some certain questions that they may likely ask you, irrespective of the person that will be interviewing you. And organizing your CV, there are too many ways of organizing CV. So your consultant must be able to know that, so that you not be job hunting, carrying files and CV all around the country without getting the job.
Thank you so much. You have heard
welcome.
it all from Mr. Inyang. Yes, and he's also a consultant though.
Thank you.
Yes, he's also a consultant. So in case you want to reach out to him, you want to know anything about, securing a job, how to get a good CV and anything, you can send a message to us and we'll see how we can, connect you with him. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I'm sure that you have been well informed on jobs, unemployment. For me, I'm just getting to know about the seasonal employees and all of those things. It was a good one because we learn every day. All right, thank you. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Yes, have a restful one as well. I remain Bisola Lasisi. A big thank you to my producer, John Wakego, and the man behind the camera, Mr. Ahmed Adedigba. I'll see you again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.